Whoa!
We're talking chili peppers.
We got some action.
Leroy wants some big action for the season. Wants some big local action for the season.
Here's what I got.
Yeah.
Here's what I got.
Yeah, let me know.
I backed down from one of them because I don't like that.
Back down.
Tua MVP.
Tua MVP, which by the way, Tyreek Hill said
good.
in his interview yesterday, he said he's picking Tua for MVP this year.
That's not a bad.
Listen. I enjoy more than anything people getting an opportunity to shut people the hell up.
Yep.
And for some reason with athletes, the time frame in which you have to be successful has gotten shorter and shorter and shorter, right? This is not a situation of the Jordan Love situation where, yeah, he should be good. He sat for 3 years, right? Or even Aaron Rodgers, right? Or even Patrick Mahomes. He got to sit and watch a 13-3 team. This is not what happens in football now. Now you go to a crappy team because you're getting drafted in the top 5. And then the next thing you know, you're expected to turn that team around right away. And if you don't, then you get all the blame. So I enjoy watching the process, especially if a young man has his head screwed on right, and Tua does, and is able to withstand the nonsense coming both from his organization and the people outside of it and still get through it. I'm going to tell you right now, all you people, and I'm talking about you, frog boy, who had no faith and didn't believe Tua could grow and thought this was the best version you could get, and he's not going to get better. I'm going to tell you this.
You're the one not picking him.
Don't come back at the end of the year and go, well, I want him to do well. I'm a Dolphins fan. Kick rocks.
Well, I think you're confusing. He started off by saying not picking. He's not. He's going to pick Tua.
Oh, what?
He's not picking another team. We'll tell you about that one. He has a second local bet.
What?
Right.
But right now,
I thought you said no to MVP. He's saying yes?
No.
MVP.
Yes.
So here's the MVP odds.
Okay.
Right.
Tua is plus 2,500 to win MVP this year.
Yep.
Okay. That's chili pepper.
I like
Chili
that.
pepper.
And it's pretty far down the list.
That's worth my
Yep.
time.
It's pretty far down the list.
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes overwhelming favorite,
Nah.
plus 500.
No way he's gonna win.
Joe Burrow,
Oh, could be one.
plus 900.
No,
You know,
I wouldn't bet him.
the
Wait,
media
you want to
likes
talk
him.
about being injury prone?
I know. But
You want to talk about being injury prone?
True.
Everybody talking about Tua? Go look at how many games Joe Burrow has played.
Joe Burrow. I think they've played the same amount in their career.
Okay.
Josh Allen, also plus 900.
No, yeah.
And then CJ Stroud,
Oh,
That's a
plus 1,000. That's the hot pick.
That's the hot
a lot
pick.
of weapons.
That's a hot pick.
a lot of weapons.
No,
right,
that's
that's
too.
right.
No, 10-1 odds is not good enough for me. I need
Not juicy enough.
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson,
Oh,
he's 5th with plus 1,200.
and that's only because
That's voter fatigue.
Yeah,
voter fatigue.
true,
but
true.
let me explain another reason why. Because
he does it again.
now,
That'd be crazy.
if he has the same exact year, they won't give it to him.
No.
Because he didn't win in the postseason the year before.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
He would
But
have
that's
to,
how people vote.
he would have to have a perfect season. I'm not even kidding. He would have to be. It would have to be a 17-0 season,
Right.
for them.
Because if they
to
go,
give it to Lamar
if they go
Jackson.
14-3, 13-4, or something like that, right? They're gonna say, well, he didn't. We need to see what he does in the playoffs, which is unfair. But that's like it's crazy.
6th, Jordan Love,
Jesus, he's
No.
plus 1,400.
He's been playing quarterback for 12 seconds.
Well, he's
Right? Is that unbelievable?
then Justin Herbert? Justin Herbert having way better odds than Tua. is pretty crazy.
What is going on?
Justin Herbert having better odds for Tua to win MVP is pretty
Chris
crazy.
Sims
He's
makes this list?
Like here, I think just with the talent they have had the last few years, they should have been more competitive for the for that division.
Yeah.
Just with the talent,
For sure.
okay. But their coach was a little
Their coach sucked.
right.
Their coach sucked. They have a good coach now.
Now here's the problem.
They're going to run the hell of the football.
But now they're going to run it. But now they don't have the defense that they've had the last. Like they lost a lot of guys. Their offensive skill positions are not as good as they've been, right? And so now, even though the coach is better, now you might not have the same tools that you had before.
Talk about the Chargers, dude. Like, who do they have?
Dude, all I'm telling you is this.
I literally don't know who they have.
All I know is it's going to look day and night regardless of who they have.
They have the worst
And so,
Bosa.
and I would say this, that they have a chance of winning the division just based on
What?
how Kansas City does things,
Mhm.
right? Don't mean that, listen, it doesn't mean that Kansas City can't win a Super Bowl again.
Yeah,
They've proven they
without
can
the
win.
division.
Yeah, right. But I'm just saying that based on where they are, like I said it last year. Remember I said last year, I think, the Chargers are going to compete for that division. I was wrong because they had that coach, that guy who
Not good.
right.
Well, yeah, but here's the other thing with Justin Herbert, to be honest with you, that also doesn't get mentioned with him. He's got plantar fasciitis. Like,
Right.
we don't know if he's even going to be healthy for the first week of the
Right.
season.
Right. Well, no, like it's funny. It's funny how a lot of these injuries and boo-boos and bumps or whatever don't seem to follow them like it followed Tua.
Brock Purdy is after Herbert, plus
Jesus,
1,600.
What are we even doing here?
Jalen Hurts also plus 1,600, as is Dak Prescott at plus 1,600.
So every quarterback with a name is above.
No, right. But I would say this. I would say Dak is another guy that's going to put up the numbers. They won't give it to him because of their owner. Just because they're tired of like the talk and
He was leading at some points last year. The MVP race, that's the thing. The NFL MVP race is a fascinating one because the
It goes
odds
up-
the
the
odds
odds
fluctuate like
right.
crazy. Last year at 1.2 was the odds-on favorite.
Right.
And then it's switched to Tyreek Hill past him in odds, which is I think one of the things that like him and Brock Purdy have one thing on here that does affect them in that they have two star players that will take away, I think, votes from them. I don't think that a wide receiver will ever win, but it became a discussion last year's, well, is it Tyreek or Tua? Should it go to Tyreek? Should we ever give it to a wide receiver? Because if any wide receiver was going to win it, like a guy who flirted with 2,000 yards, man, I love Tua, but
when was the last did Jerry Rice win it?
I don't know if a wide receiver's won.
I don't know if a wide receiver's won it. I know running back has. Has a wide receiver won the MVP?
I don't think it has because I think we
Wide
talked about this
receiver
last
never
year.
won.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever
Okay.
won.
Wow.
Right. You know
Um,
why? You know why wide receiver can't
Because
win?
the quarterback.
Right.
Because the
Exact-
quarterback.
Exactly.
But Tua's the only guy of these guys who
Because
has
of what they think about Tua.
yeah.
Right? That they would give it to Tyreek Hill. He could throw for 5,500 yards and Tyreek could have 1,900 yards and 15 touchdowns, and they'd give it to Tyreek.
All right. So Aaron Rodgers is plus 2,000.
Oh, we're still going? Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
So Aaron Rodgers plus 2,000?
Yep.
Get out of here,
Can I-
dude.
Can I bet against that?
That's half of the league.
Can you bet against him not
Yeah,
winning MVP?
yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think that's a bet.
I don't
Okay.
think that's
I don't think that's a bet. I don't think you get very good odds on that if he's plus 2,000.
I tell you who's not gonna win.
Matthew Stafford is plus 2,000.
What are we still
He's
doing?
he's good. I could see that.
And then we get to
How?
Tua.
But
What
my
are the
thing
Rams
is
gonna
my
do?
thing is at some point,
Who made these odds?
at some point, when you talk about a person's career and what they have the ability to do,
Mhm.
there should be a born-on date of how far you can go back. And with Aaron Rodgers, we just go back throughout his whole history as a quarterback, and we just eliminate what happened the last couple of years. So that's what Vlad does.
Is that tasty
That's-
enough for you to bet on though?
What?
Plus 2,500.
Yeah, I told you I am.
Okay. Just
I
wanna
said
make
the
sure.
only reason
That's
why I
good.
wouldn't on my other one is because I don't like the odds.
Tyreek Hill is plus 10,000 on the outset. If you want to just throw a little something, if you do think he's going to make history,
Little chili pepper.
Little chili
just
pepper.
just a
Why
teeny
not?
weeny.
There's a little fly.
Yeah.
it's a little something. McCaffrey is plus 5,000. He's the only other position player that's on this list.
McCaffrey could do it because he is basically
Nah, he's on the Madden cover. He's done.
Puka Nakua
Oh. No way. A wide receiver who's not Tyreek is going to win it?
plus 20,000.
he would have a hard time winning just with who's on his team.
I'll put $10 on that.
Same odds as Ryan Tannehill. Who's
What?
also on this list.
Why is
strangely.
Ryan Tannehill?
Why
He's just
is
on the list. If Ryan Tannehill were to sign with the team and become MVP, if you were in the Tannehill family, he has the same odds as Puka Nakua.
That's good.
Has Ryan Tannehill ever thrown for over 4,500 yards?
You're
No.
lashing out, dude.
Travis Kelce, surprisingly, is worse odds than Ryan Tannehill.
Wow.
He should.
Plus
A
25,000.
tight end?
No, but he's Kelsey.
Kelce, though, famous.
See what I mean? You're doing the same thing they're doing.
Am I? No. Well,
Your opinion has nothing to do about football.
I understand, but that's a bit. But Leroy, you laugh at that, but narrative has a big play in the odds.
Which
it does.
It has a big play in the odds, but it shouldn't have anything to do with the decision.
I understand,
and that's why I say I hate this crap.
I understand, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but I am telling you, like that. We watched this last year happen.
I know, because like if you bet Tua, you might as well put a little chili pepper on Tyreek, because if Tyreek has a year, they're gonna do everything they can not to give it to Tua, because then that would mean they're admitting that they were wrong, right?
But better odds. Like if I did throw a chili pepper on Tyreek, too.
You could throw a chili pepper. I might throw a little. I mean, you know what I might do? I might sprinkle a little Tabasco on it. Like I'm not gonna commit a whole chili pepper. I'm not gonna commit a whole chili pepper. I'll sprinkle some.
Indian Ross says, "Do we miss the Jags QB?" Trevor Lawrence has the same odds as Tua, plus 2,500.
Yeah.
QBs above them: Anthony Richardson plus 3,500, Kirk Cousins at plus 3,500, and then Kyler Murray plus 5,000.
Kyler Murray could be plus 20,000.
Deshaun Watson, by the way, is plus 6,600.
What?
It's a very strange odd number, yeah.
And part of the reason why is because if they have any success, it's because he doesn't have to throw it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When you talk about it's hard, that's what makes the Lamar thing so hard to grasp, because usually their defense is so good, he has to just play a style of football not to give any freebies away. Right. And
I'm sneaky excited to watch that team though.
Who?
Like I don't want to face them in the playoffs.
Baltimore?
Yeah.
They're always good.
I just don't like that. You want to just talk about clash of styles, because I know the Dolphins are trying this bully thing, but like
no.
We have their guy now though.
Yeah, I understand. And by the way, I love Anthony Weaver.
Yeah.
However, and they lost their defensive coordinator. They lost a lot on the defensive staff.
Yeah.
Now they got Derrick Henry with Lamar Jackson.
Oh, that's crazy.
Derrick Henry doesn't seem like he
Can
ages.
you understand? I don't think people understand.
Doesn't age.
Hey,
Lewis Hamilton.
Just imagine if Gronk was the running back.
That's not the same, is it?
That's the same dude. He's 250, but could run.
Crazy.
Do you not understand?
Kyle Hamilton.
That's 30 pounds heavier than I was.
Oof. We'll take a break. Mix things up. Coming up next. Never.
Yes, it has.
I'm just kidding.
It's been sampled probably 3 or 4 times, right?
Yeah, at least. Yeah, probably. Definitely 3 for sure.
It's been sampled by who is it? No. Who's that? I Can't Wait. Then there's a couple of rap songs. Yeah, man. Educate yourself. Some of these original people aren't very original.
Bums.
Not
Can't
bums.
You see Biggie.
Yep, Biggie did it.
Kendrick Lamar.
He's not a bum. Never say anything. I'm never sorry for Kendrick Lamar.
Watch out,
ever. Bury you.
So is like is this over?
The beef?
Yeah.
Yeah, Drake lost.
It's been pretty
for
quiet.
Sure.
I mean,
for
he
a while,
hasn't.
right?
I mean, you never can count it out, but he's.
There's always that one spot, and here's what I don't get. When you know you have a blind spot, that means you can't go out there and expose yourself like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that Drake went after Kendrick Lamar, knowing he had that blind spot, that he probably didn't want that business out there, right? He probably should have been more aware.
I think he probably thought there's no shot this guy is going to be more out fame me in a beef. Like no.
Oh no, it has nothing to do with that.
But like I think he probably underestimated that. Like
he underestimated the information. Yeah. Because now more people are talking about, oh, Drake, you dirty. What you doing, dude? You know what I mean?
Yeah. By the way, Dade South was right about Jalen Phillips. He did drop a show pony yesterday.
He did.
Yep.
Yeah, so I actually met Kirk at the NFL or at the Super Bowl in Vegas, and I was at some NFL corporate sponsor event, just being a show pony, and I saw Kirk, went up to him, kind of approached him. He knew who I was, and we just started chopping it up. And he's just like super humble, super down to earth guy. So we had some great conversations then. And then obviously when I saw him out here, checked in on him, saw how he was doing. And then, in terms of like the fraternity of the NFL, especially when you got guys who have similar injuries, it just kind of like, you're already connected off the bat. And then, obviously if they're good people, you can kind of chop it up and stuff like that. But I think in general, the NFL fraternity is pretty great. It's pretty cool. Like most guys, when I meet them outside of ball, it's just like game respects game. And so like, people like Max Crosby is someone I met in the off season, and we were able to chop it up. And him tell me he loves my game, I tell him obviously I love his game. So I think that's pretty cool. It's a really cool part about being in the league.
There you go, Jalen Phillips, show pony.
That's a win for you for sure.
That is.
Oh my God.
What? Know what he means.
Show pony.
Headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Dolphins training camp has wrapped up. Another piece of injury news today. This comes from the great Barry Jackson. Ethan Bonner has been out with a concussion.
Whoa!
Mm-hmm.
This must have happened in the game then, right? Because they're not full contact, unless it's like happened with the floor.
Yeah.
But you butt heads. What do you?
I didn't realize that they were like, I don't know, because you guys being old athletes constantly complain about how soft practices are. So I didn't
say practices were soft.
I think that's what you said.
I basically have said,
I'd probably do
how
that.
are you gonna know how or when to get tackled or fall or prepare if you never do it? So at some point during camp, you have to get your body ready for a tackle or a hit or a block or whatever. And I don't think that's the problem that all of these guys are having, right? Like now they get into game situations and their body's giving out on them because they've never prepared for it. And then you go from, a preseason game and not playing any and having anything physical happen to you then to the most physical it could be in the sport during the regular season.
It was brutal seeing all those injuries on Sunday or on Friday.
Listen, you want to ball. You want to ball out. You want to play hard. Like it's competition.
Tua says he wants to play this week.
And competition body, right, is different than the prepared body.
Mm-hmm.
That's why coaches kind of hold guys out because they know, hey, you think Tyreek gonna not run fast if he playing on the field?
Yeah, for sure.
Right. But maybe your body's not ready for that yet.
He's not allowed to play.
But so I need, the other thing, I want Tua to play a little bit so you know what throws you can and can't make. You never seeing it live. You're going to make a throw and somebody going to jump it and you go, woo, I probably shouldn't have made that throw.
Especially if you got some young guys too. Like, don't you want to have them hear your cadence in the huddle for real, like a stadium?
Well, them guys
like
playing,
that?
nobody cares. I'm just saying.
Which guys?
They hearing the right guys.
Yeah, but like say like a young guy like Malik Washington is probably going to make the team.
Yeah,
like you don't want to like
he's
go
hearing the right
with
guys.
him.
He's hearing the right guys.
All right.
He's hearing the right guys. I mean, this is more important. Like, I want to see the young guys play. Like, I love what I saw from the young guys on defense.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like a series, a quarter, like I don't know, whatever the proper amount is.
I would say,
and then
would say maybe the 20 plays during camp, during game time.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to maybe get one of every situation. So, first and 10, second and long, second and short, third and medium, or third and long. So if you can get all those situations, short yardage, right? Rolling your quarterback out, you just, there's certain things you need to see live. Like, we make a lot of terrible assumptions about a physical sport. Like you're making an assumption, oh, he's going to just pick it up. Dude, if you've never been tackled, you don't know what that feels like, even if you've done it year after year, right? You need to feel it. You need to know how to prepare your body. You need to know what it feels like to get the football grabbed at.
Well, especially too, like if he is going to have this new mobile body or just to feel what it's like to play, like he doesn't know, like he
needs to slide for real.
Yeah.
Right? He needs to know when to get down. You get down too late, that's a shoulder pad to the head. So these are all things that are normal football activities that you need to pick up on before the season starts. If there's organizations and coaches that say, I will get it, I always wonder about those teams because, like, if you get off to a slow start, then what? Now your guy who you sat out all the camp is doing camp the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season.
Yeah. Tua says, this is from Cam Wolf. He says, hopes that he plays, but the team leaders will talk to Mike McDaniel on it this week. Did note that they have injuries as they try and get ready. Brewer, their center's out. Isaiah Wynn remains on PUP. No Jalen Waddle, who's been dealing with an injury. And Odell, of course, is still on PUP as well. Some other injury news. JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, he might have to have meniscus surgery.
Yep, he is going to be out. Torn meniscus.
He looked pretty
in his
good.
right knee. Yeah, he did look good.
Yeah.
But you always say meniscus are tricky. You don't really know until you're in there, right?
Yeah, because you don't know how much damn. I've seen guys get a meniscus cleaned up and was back in 2 weeks. When I got my meniscus done, you saw me hobbling around for a while.
Oof.
Right? You just don't know how severe it is. What else? Because they go in there and they might have to clean some other stuff out. And yeah, it's like with a lot of injuries. Like you can do the MRI, but you really don't know the severity of any injury until you go in there and see it yourself. So once they commit to surgery, then they go in there, look around, clean things out and whatever. So they might have some other stuff they might have to clean up. I don't know how long it'll be. It could be a month. It could be a couple of weeks. Just depends on how severe the tear is or, how bad the injury was.
We'll take a quick break here on the show. Back with more after this.